I want to give you some new ideas on games and activities for your students. You'll be using some things you probably never even thought of. I'm going to give you some ideas on making old things better. I am also going to show you how to make your own equipment because PE equipment is so expensive. Now we will be demonstrating some games also in some of these videos. Of course, dodgeball is everybody's favorite. See what I mean? The purple line. Okay. I call this game Hula Hut Dodgeball. You have these little huts. I actually saw this online, but I want to make an improvement to this game. This is the problem with what I saw online, and I didn't realize it until we played it for the first time. When these were hit with a dodgeball, one little tap and they went down. My students, when they tried to put them back together, got really frustrated because it was so hard to balance them, and we've been working together in a team, especially with young students. They had a problem reassembling them. I made a small little invention. They just cost me a few cents a piece, but it really changed the game. So with this little creation, they simply snap on the two hula hoops that are leaning against each other, and they can take some impact, and even if part of it falls down, sometimes it takes a long time to knock them down. And they are so easy to assemble. I put two of them on the top, and one student can put them together by himself. Okay, it is important that your students understand the rules for the game before you play. In this game, there are two ways to win. Of course, you're welcome to change the rules to whatever works for your class. What I do, my regular dodgeball rules are simple. No headshots. The thrower is out if he makes a headshot. And if you catch a ball in the air, the thrower is out. In this game, you can have one person guarding a hut. They may block the ball away. If anybody gets out, if they're hit with a ball, they simply sit down, and a player can tag them. They're back in the game. To win the game, you either have to have the whole team seated, the opposing team seated, or knock down all the hula hoops of the opponent. Really simple. I use them on all kinds of stuff, for all kinds of games, and it's a connector for hula hoops, basic mainly, but I also use a connector for some other things, which you will see later in some of the other videos. So what you need for this is a bag of rubber bands, and I like to use some that are pretty thick, and these are 3.5 inches by 1/4 inch. So they're kind of heavy-duty rubber band. You'll need some electrical tape, and then you can possibly get some of this scrap 1/2 inch PVC pipe. This is kind of a flexible. I'll make a I'll probably make a bunch of these at one time. I found that they have lasted me for quite a while, most of the year. Sometimes the rubber band will break with all the wear that you get. Depends how many times, how often you use them, and I use them quite often. But I'll usually be sitting in my recliner and you know, taking it easy. It's kind of a mindless job. And there you go. So I'll take these hula hoops, you'll put them together, you run the rubber band behind, pull the blue piece through, and they're hooked.